All right, welcome everyone. Again, it's great to have you here on the Zoom today. We're excited to have everyone from around the world joining us. Special introduction to David Borkowski and David Elliott. I know they've been working hard, got a lot of people around the country and around the world on this event here today. So the goal of this is over the course of the next 15 or 20 minutes, just to give you an introduction to our company, why it's so exciting, what we're doing right now, and how you can be a part of this great company. So again, we're glad to have you, and we welcome everyone from around the world. It's a very simple conversation about energy. I mean, everyone uses it. If we look at energy around the world today, it is expensive. Not only in the United States, where even in Florida, there was just a 21% price increase approved by one of the local gas and electric companies. For our guests from Canada, electric prices have doubled twice over the last 12 years. And in countries like in islands like Puerto Rico, where people are making choices whether to pay their health care or whether to pay their electric bill. But the average increase of electricity in the United States of America right now is 4 to 6% per year. And it's dirty. I don't know how you feel about the world and the oceans and what our children and grandchildren will experience as they grow up. But what we're doing to our land, our oceans, and our water is really just horrible. And we'd like to think we can do something about it. Our company, Power, that you'll hear about, is a public benefit corporation. We are here to do good for the world. And part of what we want to do is clean it up and stop using dirty energy and do our best to really, truly change the world. The other challenge with electricity as we know it today is the fact that it's scarce. You know, again, it's a commodity that will run out. You can only dig up so much coal out of the ground. And how many more young men and women do we want to lose fighting battles and wars on sand in countries around the world when we really don't need it? Because we have the opportunity to control our own power, control our own future. So the goal is to get independent from dirty energy, get off of the utilities, and all of us have control of our own power. That's really, truly what our goal is here. So what we're going to talk about, again, we're in an era, folks, which I think all of you are familiar with. There's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to debate. You know, Facebook changed the way the world communicates forever. Wouldn't you agree? How many of you are on Facebook every day? A couple college kids with an algorithm, a platform, an application on a phone. And today, Mr. Zuckerberg is one of the wealthiest people in the world, and this company is valued at over $350 billion. Then we saw Uber come along. Again, some people thought this was a crazy idea. Even Mark Cuban, business genius, billionaire, one of the wealthiest people in the world, passed on Uber because he didn't think they could get past the taxi cab industry. But look how Uber has transitioned the world and changed the entire transportation industry. When's the last time you took a cab, or why would you want to? So what is Uber? Uber was really the same thing as Facebook. It's a crowdsourced platform. What Uber is taking a consumer, someone that wants a better experience than a taxi cab and save some money, and marrying that to the entrepreneur who has that product to offer. Now, the entrepreneur is going to have to spend some money, right? They've got to upkeep their car. They've got to rotate the tires, change the oil, put gas in, maintain insurance, have a clean car, probably with a car phone charger in the front to get their customers happy and have good reviews. So the entrepreneur can make as much money as they want building their own business, and the consumer gets a better deal. Everyone wins, except for the older style companies, the taxi cab industry, that's going to be left in the dust. And again, this company valued at well over $60 billion. We saw the same thing happen in Airbnb, folks. Watch the pattern. We have a consumer that wants a better experience than a Hilton or a Holiday Inn and to save a few dollars. And that's connected to an entrepreneur through an application online that has something of value. Matt Welsh, our IT director that many of you know, helping us change the world, has an Airbnb. So you have to, again, spend money. You've got to keep your home up, make it a pleasant environment, get good reviews, have the proper insurance. Now, Airbnb valued at over $30 billion. Again, folks, consumer that wants a better deal, an industry that needs change, and an entrepreneur that's looking for opportunity. And it continues to happen. Kickstarter, if you look at crowdsourced funding, and I'll take a pause here for a moment because many of you know, that our company has just completed the fastest crowdsourcing fundraising campaign in the history of the world on WeFunder, the fastest of its kind in the history of the world. Previously, the fastest company to raise $1 million took 64 days. We raised $500,000 in 72 hours and well over 1.2, 1.3 million in just a few weeks. So not only, again, proving this crowdsourcing method of doing business, but how the world is starting to find out about our company Power, just like you're hearing about it today. Etsy did the same thing with goods and services, Amazon.com. When's the last time you bought a book in a bookstore? The world has shifted. And so the question is, do we want to be a part of that, or do we want to watch it go by? Our company Power, based in Encinitas, California, began a few years ago. Our CEO put up $1 million, raised a few $1 million, and we actually started by representing the largest solar company in the world. And we gave them tens of millions of dollars in contract and well over 14,000 referrals of people who wanted solar. But we realized that there was a better way. So we crowdsourced it. We started signing contracts with the companies that you see here, just a few of them, signing contracts with the best local solar providers in the United States and now moving around the world. So you may ask, well, why does this work for everybody? This crowdsourcing, this our company Power being the first international solar energy platform and renewable energy, why does this work for everybody? Well, up until now, the solar providers have been buying leads from India. These leads are given to 10, 20, 30 different companies. They're not very good. They've been marketing online, SEO, billboards. I mean, the methods of the large solar companies have been akin to black and white television. Now, the largest solar companies in the world, 2 of the top 5, have either hemorrhaging hundreds of millions of dollars or filed for bankruptcy. They're trying to sell solar in kiosks in malls, in Home Depot, in Best Buy, people knocking on your doors, telemarketers, and it has proved not to work. So our company, just like Mark Cuban and Richard Branson talk about, no billion-dollar company hits the market right the first way. We started marketing solar for the biggest solar company in the world. We figured out where the challenges are, where the hole was, where the victory would be, and we spent a couple more $1 million, and we built the only proprietary Uber platform for solar in the world, which allows our entrepreneurs to click on the phone, punch a zip code in, see the best solar providers in their area, and introduce the customers to them. What's the value of solar right now? Why should everyone go solar? Well, you start saving money from day one. However you get your solar, if you take a loan, you take a lease, buy it for cash, whatever it may be, there are over 80 million homeowners in the United States right now that can get no money down solar and start saving money. You can become energy independent, get off the grid. You can go green. If you believe that this is a time to do the right thing for future generations, then this is our time. You can increase the value of your home and pay absolutely nothing out of pocket. So let's look at the value proposition of solar, just to be clear. It's a free proposal. There's no money out of pocket unless you want to pay cash. You are saving 5 to 40% wherever you may be around the world every single month. The value of your home will go upwards of 10%. There's at least a 30% federal tax credit in most markets. You're locking in your rates against the energy companies raising their dirty energy rates. And you can do the right thing for the planet, set an example for your community, and really help the world transition to renewable energy. It's an extraordinary value proposition where you can save tens of thousands of dollars over the course of time. So what our Power Advisors do, should you decide to join us today, and that's what the purpose of this webinar is for, is you create a conversation. You're at your friend's house. Hey, Jack, you know, man, I just went solar, or I just joined a company that built an Uber platform for solar. We're able to get the best solar providers in the United States and bring them right to your doorstep. So, hey, how'd you like to get a free proposal for no money down solar, save some money every month, increase the value of your home, lock in your electric costs, and do the right thing for the world while raising the value of your home. Real simple conversation. Then all you got to do is grab their electric bill and dial them right into the solar provider, and they're going to take it from there. So if you're not a salesperson, and you're certainly not a solar expert, nor am I, right? You don't have to. We're not selling anything. We are introducing the consumer to the solar provider and letting them take it from there. So you do a live transfer with the solar provider, and they're going to set an appointment, and you get paid. As soon as that appointment is held on the phone or in person, you get a check. The next stage is a contract. They're going to go to contract and set up their installation. And at that moment, when the installation happens, boom, you get another commission. You could earn $500 for just submitting your friend's lead. You could earn $1,500 to $2,000 just by grabbing their electric bill and making a phone call. What a way to make a living, right? So we created this category. We're the only company in the world doing what we're doing. And no one is going to be able to follow us in any short order. We have a proprietary software valued at well over $1 million. And we already have contracts with the vast majority of the local and regional and national and now international solar providers in the world. And what our entrepreneurs find is that there's just true passion and true excitement in being part of this. So let me review with you for a moment here. How many of you agree out there that this is the time, as our former president said, we're the first generation to be faced with climate change. We're the last generation that can do anything about it. And it's not about whether it's a cyclical thing or whether it's a Chinese hoax or whether you believe that the glaciers are melting or not. It's simply about hundreds of thousands of people dying every year around the globe because of the quality of the air that we're breathing. And think about what that will look like 20 years from now, 50 years from now, 100 years from now, if we don't act. The world is coming together. 200 countries agreed to the Paris Climate Treaty, the largest treaty in the history of the United Nations. Well over 1 billion people celebrated and protested on Earth Day and shared their enthusiasm and their desire for a better planet. Over 20 states have passed laws requiring the transition to solar and renewable energy. So whether somebody agrees with it or not, participates in it or not, or cares about it or not, the world is coming together to try and build a more renewable future for our children and our grandchildren. So we know that there's a challenge to the environment. If you look at the solar industry, less than 2% of America has gone solar. I just got back from Florida, the Sunshine State, where less than 1/10% has gone solar. So whatever the solar companies have been doing, that black and white television marketing hasn't worked, right? If what you're doing is not working, change course. These companies are hemorrhaging hundreds of millions of dollars, and there's a better way. And history has taught us that the best way is to crowdsource it, like Airbnb, like Uber. And that's what we did. We built a platform. And again, we're the only ones doing it. The value proposition for solar cannot be debated. Zero money down, 5 to 40% savings, lock in your energy costs, raise the value of your home, do the right thing for the planet. I mean, it's just a no-brainer. Anybody who can go solar should go solar. So now we are at this point in time where entrepreneurs have to make a decision. And that's really what this is about for you. Folks, if you could have been in Zuckerberg's dorm room, what would you have done? 2 guys showed up, they're worth $50 billion, 3 didn't. They'll be crying in their cornflakes for the rest of their lives. If you were in the conference room when Airbnb started, what would you have done? Amazon, Etsy, Uber, would you have taken action? Because most of America is looking for something different, right? Everybody's kind of broke at a different level. How many people truly get a chance to wake up every morning and do something they're inspired to do? How often do 2 things come together? The ability to do something great, to leave a legacy, to do something so compelling that you're so passionate about and make a great deal of money and help others make money at the same time. How often does that happen? A little bit about the economics of our company and where we're going here. Not only have we created this in the United States, but we are entering Canada as we speak. Again, their rates have doubled twice in the last 12 years alone. It is an amazing opportunity for over 5 million homes, and we have an opportunity to do something right now. Anybody you know in Canada, they need to hear about this now. We are launching Puerto Rico again this week, where people are forced to make a decision between their electric bill and often their insurance, their health care, their mortgage, and they've got to pay their electric bills, right? We just launched Hawaii, not only with solar, but with a battery attached to it. We are paying more money than any company in the world of our kind. We have a program where you're going to make $2,000 bonus as soon as your first 3 friends decide to go solar. We're going to pay you a percentage of the installation. If it's a townhouse, it could be $300, $400, $500. Single family home, larger home, it could be $1,000, $1,200, $1,500, $1,800. It just depends on who you're talking to. We're going to share the revenue with you. We're going to pay you for every appointment. And we have a program called Labs, a lead acquisition bonus program, which again is unheard of in our industry, the most lucrative in the world. What the lab bonus means, that if you want to build a team, just like Keller Williams has a platform where you can sell real estate for them, or if you introduce others to the platform, you make a percentage on them. We have the same program, but with Labs. Your goal is in the next 6 months to hit a position called executive advisor in our company. To do that, all you have to do is what we do every day. If you want to build a team, introduce people to the power opportunity. And the way to get customers is just share the value proposition for solar. That's the only 2 things we do. When you're an executive advisor in our company, there are many on this line today, you now earn well over $400 every time somebody joins your team, pays their $4.99 to join, and submits 1 quality appointment to a solar provider. Isn't that amazing? So if you have 25 people joining your team a month that are qualifying their position, that's $10,000 a month just in lead acquisition bonuses, plus appointment revenue, plus installation revenue. If you have 100 people a month join your team, which we will have, that's $40,000 a month in lab bonuses, plus appointment revenue, plus installation revenue. And all these get paid through generations. Now, we're not telling you what you're going to make. We're not making income claims. There's no magic here. There's no fast money here. There's an 80-20 rule here. But you can join our company today. You get an unlimited license to our platform. You get your own personal website. You get all the training and support that you need from people that are here to support you every single day, live weekly trainings and events, and all this for a one-time fee of $499. Folks, I got 2 kids in college spending $250,000 hoping they'll get a job. I come from the medical industry where doctors leverage 30 years of their life to pay back their loans. Starting a franchise can cost $250,000, $1 million for a McDonald's or a Subway. Think about owning your own renewable energy company that you can build part-time from the palm of your hand for a one-time fee of $499. So what's this about? This is about movement. This is about action. This is about taking action today. Think about the chance to own your own renewable energy business. And let's think about that for a minute. We're not just marketing residential solar. We've got commercial solar. On our platform, we are adding products. So now the future of this company and your economic future, think about, it's not just the solar on your rooftop. We already started the customers in Hawaii getting batteries in their garage. That's where solar is going. You got the panels on your rooftop, the batteries in your garage, you're off the grid. But what's next? It's the solar powered ceiling fan and the lighting and the water heaters and the pool heaters, the pool reduction pumps. I'm in conversations now with a company that's bringing the first solar powered air conditioner to the market with a backup generator. This power platform is for renewable energy, and renewable energy is the greatest shift of wealth in the history of mankind. It has never happened before. It will never happen again. And everyone has a chance to position themselves right now. Imagine being the first person in your city or your state. Imagine getting paid on all the panels that are being placed on the roofs. Imagine getting a percentage of the water heaters and the pool pumps and the batteries and all of that. And if you want to build a team, imagine creating a passive income on leveraging your credibility, leveraging your contacts that you've built over a lifetime to build a renewable energy business from the palm of your hand. Again, folks, we know that we need to do something about climate change. We know that solar needs a boost. It took 40 years to get to 1 million installations. It's only going to take another year to get to the next million. We know that what's been happening out there hasn't worked. Black and white television, old school marketing, but there's a new way. And that's the Airbnb. That's the Uber model. That's the platform. And that's power. That's who we are. That's what we do. It's working in the United States. We have people earning six-figure incomes on a part-time basis and positioned for multiple six-figure incomes. Realtors, home service professionals, entrepreneurs of all shapes and sizes from around the world are joining our company. And you have a chance to do that now. So we urge you today, when you hang up from this event, please get back in touch with the person that invited you here today. Get your questions answered. Take 5 minutes to change the course of your life and enroll as a power advisor. We'll show you how to get profitable in the next 30 days and begin to do the two things that we do. Introduce people to the power opportunity and introduce people to no money down savings and a better world through getting solar and renewable energy into their lives. We thank you for joining us today. We appreciate you. Have a wonderful day wherever you are around the world. Good day. God bless. Thank you.